Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim Ross. Thank you very much for being with us, ladies and gentlemen, this Thursday night, right here in Biloxi at the Gulf Coast Coliseum. What a tremendous card. Starting at 7:30, you're going to see a grudge match that you won't soon forget. One of 8 great matches. It'll be Ted Dibiase returning to go against Mr. the Rowdy Texan, Dick Murdoch. Plus, Jake the Snake Roberts, the man with the DDT, takes on Dick Slater. You'll see Terry Taylor wrestle Sir Oliver Humperdink, and Taylor will have one hand tied behind him in this handicap match. Pork Chops Cash of the Bruise Brothers takes on Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. What a collision when Dr. Death Steve Williams goes against Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. Plus there's Humongous, the Superstar, and much, much more, ladies and gentlemen. And at this time, let's hear these comments from Ted Dibiase.
You know, Murdoch, I learned a valuable lesson through all this. When I was laying flat on my back and wondering if I'd ever wrestle again, I realized that all that money I'd made and all the career successes I'd had, all it in a flash, in an instant, they meant nothing, Murdoch, because all that money couldn't buy my health. It couldn't buy me friends. And when I was laying there all by myself, all I had was my family, and I realized I didn't have too many friends. And all that money didn't mean nothing. So I've learned a valuable lesson, Dick Murdoch, and I've also learned this, and you know it. What goes around comes around, Murdoch. You tried to take away my livelihood. You tried to take away the thing that provides for my family. You're cutting into where you got no business, Dick Murdoch, and I thought we were friends at one time. Brother, payback is up, and it is coming your way.
Well, Dick Murdoch is not one to be intimidated. The Rowdy Texan from Waxahachie has made some comments about Ted Dibiase, and here they are.
Dibiase, let's get one thing straight. You know, while you was laid up in a hospital moaning and groaning and making your little sissy phone calls to Mid-South and all the people sitting out there in TV land, I was sitting at home in a suspension with my feet propped up, still eating steaks. You know, the suspension and the fine didn't bother me, Dibiase, because I got other businesses to fall back on. I'm not like you. I didn't worry about where my next meal was coming from. I didn't worry about if I had to feed my kids beans or go down and get them food stamps, Dibiase. And now you're crying and you want a match with me. You know one thing? I have got something that you don't have, even though you're a great athlete, Ted. I have got a little bit of a killer instinct. And when I get you hurt, I'm going to pick you up, drop you on your head again with that brain buster, and Teddy, you'll be gone.
Boy, it's going to be one physical situation coming up this Thursday night, a very explosive situation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tickets go on sale this Monday at 8 o'clock at the Coliseum box office. In addition to the Dibiase-Murdoch collision, you're going to see the man with the DDT, Jake the Snake Roberts, take on Dick Slater. And Terry Taylor will be wrestling Sir Oliver Humperdink in a handicap match where you'll find Taylor with one hand tied behind him. Plus, you'll see a big collision when Dr. Death Steve Williams goes against Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, Pork Chops Cash against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, and much more. We'll hear from Jake Roberts, Dick Slater, Terry Taylor, and many more top stars, ladies and gentlemen, in this hour of Mid-South Wrestling. Now, don't forget, it's going to happen this Thursday night. Thanks for staying with us, ladies and gentlemen. Please join us this Thursday night, 7:30, Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. Another tremendous Mid-South event. You'll see Ted Dibiase go against Dick Murdoch. Jake the Snake Roberts takes on Dick Slater. Terry Taylor in a handicap match wrestles Sir Oliver Humperdink. And Taylor will have one hand tied behind him. You'll see Pork Chops Cash go against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Dr. Death against Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear these comments from the man with the DDT.
You know, one thing you can say about Dickie Slater, he's certainly unpredictable. Another thing you might say about Dickie Slater, that he does have a fine-looking woman standing by his side. I got to give her that. I like the way she looks. But you see, girl, you done aligned yourself with the wrong kind of man. You aligned yourself with a man that needs help. I never have needed no help. Why do you want to do something like that, Journey? Nice-looking girl like you done made the mistake of a fool. Slater, why are you making the same mistake? You know when you step into my game, it's a little bit different. I've got that one move that can put you out. You want to find out what I'm about? You will real soon.
And now this from Mr. Unpredictable.
Since I've come to the Mid-South area, I've seen Jake the Snake Roberts drop everybody that he's got his hands on in the DDT. He's even threatened to drop Journey in the DDT. Now, Jake Roberts, if you're going to drop a woman in a DDT, that's a different story, because I'm not going to let you get to her. much less let you get to me. And if you can drop me in a DDT, well, I don't think you can. And I said before that the DDT should be banned out of professional wrestling. Now, Jake the Snake Roberts, if you want to use a DDT, I'll crawl down in my bag of goodies and I'll find something just as lethal as a DDT. Jake Roberts, get yourself ready, because you're not going to drop me, or you're not going to drop Journey either.
And remember, this Thursday night, Terry Taylor will wrestle Sir Oliver Humperdink. Taylor will have one hand tied behind him, and Terry made these comments.
Professional wrestling is the greatest sport in the world. It pits one man against one man, and you get in the ring and you find out who the better man is. And what really gets to me is when a guy like Sir Oliver Humperdink, when you look at him, you can see he's never done anything athletic in his life, gets in the ring and he thinks he's got to stick his nose in. Well, Humperdink, yes, I signed a contract. I may have slipped it in your little stack, didn't I? Because I'm going to wrestle you, just you and me, one-on-one. The only stipulation is I have to have one hand behind my back. And I couldn't wait. I'd say yes to that stipulation every single day of the week just to get you in the ring. So when it comes right down to it, I'm looking forward to it, because Humperdink, to take a look at you, I'd almost have to laugh. But I know you're a dangerous man, because you do stick your nose in and you do cause a lot of problems. Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm going to get rid of one problem in the Mid-South. Humperdink, you're going to go down and out.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us. It's coming up this Thursday night, 7:30, Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum, right here in Biloxi. 8 great matches, including Ted Dibiase's collision with Dick Murdoch. Jake the Snake Roberts will attempt a DDT, Mr. Unpredictable. You'll see Terry Taylor wrestle Sir Oliver Humperdink in the handicap match, because Taylor will have one hand tied behind him. You'll also see Pork Chops Cash of the Bruise Brothers go against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Dr. Death Steve Williams collides with Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. What a wrestling lineup. And now, let's hear these comments from Sir Oliver.
After a very successful stint here in the Mid-South area, Terry Taylor went to Atlanta, Georgia, made a name for himself. Now he's coming back to Mid-South. But Taylor, few things have changed around here. You're looking at the kingpin now, Daddy-O. You're nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And now, you've challenged me to a match with one hand tied behind your back. Well, Taylor, it's going to be my pleasure to kick your can all around that ring. You're a legend in your own mind, but that's only where it is, and that's only what you got going for you, is right here. But I'm smarter than you, I'm more devious than you, and brother, you're going to have your hands, make that your hand full the night you step in the ring with me. Remember, Taylor, one hand tied behind your back. I'm going to take great pleasure in beating you up.
Well, that's a little bit ridiculous, Sir Oliver, but be that as it may, we'll find out Thursday night. Another big battle coming up. Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer against Dr. Death. The Mad Dog had this to say.
Dr. Death, the tough guy, the guy that's the big guy, all the hair in shape, been all over the world, wrestled, played college football in Oklahoma, big time champion, wears all the big rings, talks a tough game, and real tough guy. Well, let me tell you something, Dr. Death Steve Williams, I specialize in tough guys. You know why? Because I gotta stay on top of the mountain. I gotta be the man up there that everybody's coming after. They want to knock the king off the hill. Well, Steve Williams, I don't wear no fancy rings, and I don't even look fancy. But one thing I will do to you, I'll take this chain and I'll do some damage to you that nobody from Texas ever did. Yeah, come on, Dr. Death.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Death has also made some comments about this Thursday night's big event. Dr. Death, Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer this Thursday night. Let's hear these comments from the Oklahoma All-American.
Buzz Sawyer, you're a tough man. You're a fine athlete. When I was wrestling you in that tournament for that TV title, we didn't finish that match. So let me explain something to you. That score's not done. I've got something to prove to you, and you have something to prove to me. You call yourself the toughest man. Well, let me say one thing to you, Buzz Sawyer. You haven't felt the force that Dr. Death has. So, Buzz Sawyer, you better be in shape for me.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jim Ross. Thanks very much for being with us, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Tulsa, and thank you, the surrounding area, for making a great record-setting day for us. New Year's Day, we had a sellout, turn-away crowd at the Convention Center. Thank you very much. I also want to say thanks to Congressman James R. Jones, his two sons, for being with us on that auspicious occasion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're excited about being in Muskogee, Oklahoma, for our very first Mid-South event in Muskogee at the beautiful Convention Center there, the Civic Center there, with Betty Wolf on Saturday night, January the 18th at 8 o'clock in Muskogee. You're going to see a steel cage matchup. Plus, you will see Ted Dibiase and Dr. Steve Williams go against Dick Murdoch and Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. That's in Muskogee. Tickets on sale Monday through Friday at the Civic Center box office. Now looking to Tulsa on Sunday, January 19th at 7 o'clock at the Fairgrounds Pavilion. Plenty of free parking. Ted DiBiase one-on-one against Dick Murdoch. Terry Taylor goes to the North American title against Dick Slater. Jake the Snake takes on Nature Boy Buddy Landell. Plus the Fabs will be there and much more. And now, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll be telling you more about the big lineup as this hour progresses, let's hear these comments from Ted DiBiase.
You know, Murdoch, I learned a valuable lesson through all this. When I was laying flat on my back and wondering if I'd ever wrestle again, I realized that all that money I'd made and all the career successes I'd had, all it in a flash, in an instant, they meant nothing, Murdoch, because all that money couldn't buy my health. It couldn't buy me friends. And when I was laying there all by myself, all I had was my family, and I realized I didn't have too many friends. And all that money didn't mean nothing. So I've learned a valuable lesson, Dick Murdoch, and I've also learned this. And you know it. What goes around comes around, Murdoch. You tried to take away my livelihood. You tried to take away the thing that provides for my family. You're cutting into where you got no business, Dick Murdoch. And I thought we were friends at one time. Brother, payback is up, and it is coming your way.
It's going to be quite a battle. Now, this is going to be one-on-one. The rowdy Texan, Dick Murdoch, had this to say.
DiBiase, let's get one thing straight. You know, while you was laid up in a hospital moaning and groaning and making your little sissy phone calls to Mid-South and all the people sitting out there in TV land, I was sitting at home in a suspension with my feet propped up, still eating steaks. You know, the suspension and the fine didn't bother me, DiBiase, because I got other businesses to fall back on. I'm not like you. I didn't worry about where my next meal was coming from. I didn't worry about if I had to feed my kids beans or go down and get them food stamps, DiBiase. And now you're crying and you want a match with me. You know one thing? I have got something that you don't have, even though you're a great athlete, Ted. I have got a little bit of a killer instinct. And when I get you hurt, I'm going to pick you up, drop you on your head again with that brain buster, and Teddy, you'll be gone.
It's going to happen Sunday, January 19th. Bell time is 7 o'clock. Thanks for staying with us, everybody, and please join us in Muskogee, Oklahoma on Saturday night, January the 18th at 8 o'clock at the Civic Center. Now, tickets will be on sale at the Civic Center Monday through Friday. We look forward to that big event down there. You're going to see a steel cage match in Muskogee for Mid-South's first event there. Plus, you're going to see Ted DiBiase and Dr. Death go against Dick Murdoch and Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. Jake the Snake's going to be there and a whole lot more. Now, ladies and gentlemen, right here in Tulsa at the Fairgrounds Pavilion, where there is plenty of free parking on Sunday night, January the 19th, at a special early 7 o'clock starting time. Regular price tickets on sale at all Carson outlets. What a card. The Fabs, Stan Lane and Steve Kern will be there. Pistol Paz Watley. You'll see Dr. Death against Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. What a battle that will be. Jake Roberts takes on Nature Boy Buddy Landell, and Terry Taylor will go for the gold against Dick Slater, who won the North American title in controversial fashion on New Year's Day in Tulsa. At this time, let's hear this statement from the sensational Terry Taylor.
Slater, you're unpredictable. The only problem is with this, Slater, you have something that rightfully belongs to me. Now, all the people know what happened. That's all in the past. That I was a North American champion, and I held that belt with more pride than anybody because I love that belt and what it stood for. The people were behind me all the time and never let me down. And I feel like I let you down. That's why I left. But now I'm back. I'm renewed, and I'm better than ever, and I'm ready to go. And Slater, you've got that title, and I'm telling you right now, I will not quit until I get it. Now, if I have to go through you, if I have to go through Dark Journey, that's fine, because I have a goal. I have my sights on a goal, and you just happen to be right smack dab in the way. Now, Slater, I'm coming after that title, and I will not be denied. Whether it's you or Dark Journey or anybody that gets in my way is going to be left on the wayside because I want my title.
Terry Taylor is a determined man. and Dick Slater is a controversial champion. He has Dark Journey at his side. He has made some statements. Let's hear them now.
Terry Loverboy Taylor, God's gift to women and a bunch of nightmares for me. But I look at it like this, you know, Terry Taylor, if you only had what I have, not only do I have the North American Heavyweight Championship, but look what's wearing it right now. Now, I know you'd like to have them both, but you're not going to end up with anything but a busted-up face. Now, Terry Taylor, you've been around this area for a long time, and you got a good reputation. But see, your reputation and mine doesn't even compare, because I've been all over the world, and I've held more regional titles, and like this one right here, this one's a big one for me. The next step is the World's Heavyweight Championship. And Terry Taylor, I know that you're going to have everybody on your side, but it ain't going to do you any good, my friend.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, our thanks to everyone for making January 1st a record-setting day, a capacity turn-away crowd at the Convention Center. Now, the next big event, Sunday, January 19th, at the Fairgrounds Pavilion. Plenty of free parking, 7 o'clock starting time. The Fabs. You'll see Dibiase and Murdoch collide. Taylor goes to the North American title, and much more. It starts at 7. Thanks for staying with us, everybody, and please plan on joining us. Big weekend, January 18th and 19th. The 18th, Saturday night in Muskogee, starting at 7 o'clock, Muskogee Civic Center. We're looking forward to being there. A steel cage match will highlight that event. Get your tickets in Muskogee early at the box office. Also, right here in Tulsa at the Fairgrounds Pavilion, it will rock and roll. Now, remember, plenty of free parking. It all starts at 7 o'clock. You're going to see a battle. Dr. Death Steve Williams will go against Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, and the Mad Dog had this to say about the Oklahoma All-American.
Dr. Death, the tough guy, the guy that's the big guy, all the hair in shape, been all over the world, wrestled, played college football in Oklahoma, big time champion, wears all the big rings, talks a tough game, and real tough guy. Well, let me tell you something, Dr. Death Steve Williams, I specialize in tough guys. You know why? Because I gotta stay on top of the mountain. I gotta be the man up there that everybody's coming after. They want to knock the king off the hill. Well, Steve Williams, I don't wear no fancy rings, and I don't even look fancy. But one thing I will do to you, I'll take this chain and I'll do some damage to you that nobody from Texas ever did. Yeah, come on, Dr. Death.
Well, he may treat you, Buzz, like the Nittany Lions were treated on New Year's night. The good doctor from Oklahoma University made this statement.
You're a fine athlete. When I was wrestling you in that tournament for that TV title, we didn't finish that match. So let me explain something to you. That score's not done. I've got something to prove to you, and you have something to prove to me. You call yourself the toughest man. Well, let me say one thing to you, Buzz Sawyer. You haven't felt the force that Dr. Death has. So, Buzz Sawyer, you better be in shape for me.
Plus, ladies and gentlemen, on this card, in addition to our exciting television taping, you'll see the man with the DDT, Jake the Snake Roberts, take on Nature Boy Buddy Landell. Let's hear this from Jake the Snake.
Some people call him Nature Boy. I think he made that story up himself, you see. Some of us are legends in our own time, but you, Landell, are a legend in your own mind. Don't come back to the Mid-South thinking you're going to play no game with me, because I ain't playing no games. No, you see, I'm the type of guy, Landell, that will stop you short. And if you haven't heard, and I'm sure you have, when I stop you short, you don't get up. See? So you don't want to come playing the game with me, because I'm controlling the game, Landell. I'm not a nice man, you know that. So why do you want to come play with me? You made the mistake. I'm going to stop in your tracks.
Get your tickets early. It happens Sunday, January 19th at the Pavilion at 7 o'clock.